I'm here with Emma Forrest, a mother. And Bodhi wants to watch as well. Okay, don't let my booby show, please. I want to be a bit private here. I'm here with Emma Forrest. Emma is a mother of 3 kids. The youngest is 3.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The middle one is
7.
7, and the oldest
9.
9. And Emma and her husband, they are traveling since.
2022 now. So yeah.
I'm so good prepared. I'm asking you this question in the introduction. Emma is here. Is from the UK, and we met 2 months ago here in Bulgaria, Bansko. In 2 days' time, no, actually tomorrow, she's flying with her family to Turkey. From there to Thailand. So we won't see each other for a couple of weeks, months now. That's why I was like, Emma, come here. We need to talk because you have a lot to tell when it comes to traveling with kids, but also a concept which I didn't know what it was, which is world schooling. And Emma, can you describe in your words what is world schooling?
In its simplest term, it's you are traveling with your children and home educating them in whatever way that fits, but usually you take their education from the world around them.
So the world is the school.
Yeah. I always say, like, education without school, like...
Okay. And is there any curriculum?
So, some countries is very different. Some countries you have to do a curriculum. There's no world school curriculum. Like, people can do it however they want. And it depends on the freedom of wherever they're registered. So so for us, we're still registered in the UK. And it's pretty, at the moment, it's pretty relaxed with how home education works and how we educate our children. So we don't have to stick to a framework or a curriculum. But I know from American families that they do.
That they have to follow a curriculum?
Yeah, different states have to do different things.
Okay.
So yeah, it just depends on... And then if I know people who aren't, like, registered anywhere, they're just... yeah.
The microphone. So Bodhi is not... just breastfeeding my child meanwhile.
Yeah, some people are just like people of the world and they're not registered anywhere, and so it's really loose for them as well.
Yeah, I mean, I am born and raised in Germany, so one of the reasons why I left Germany is the fact that homeschooling or world schooling is not allowed. So that's why my partner and we are resident now in Bulgaria, but we are just traveling around. Yeah. And when you say there is not really a school, I would assume that you are the school, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I teach the children, I guess we all do. Like, they get so much education from everywhere, but their core stuff like maths and English, we do that a little bit more structured, and that is almost 99% me.
Okay.
But all the other stuff, they just learn from everywhere. It's amazing. Like, and they go to different places. So when we go to Thailand, there's a little school that we'll put them in, and you know, there's always stuff on offer wherever you go. Like,
so how does a normal week look like from Monday to Sunday? Is there like a specific time frame where you like, okay, kids, let's sit down and let's learn some, I don't know, English words or whatever? How does it work?
So it depends on which country we're in, because Jamie works remotely, but he works to UK time zone. So while we're in Bulgaria, his work day doesn't start until, say, lunchtime. So that's really nice. So we can have family time in the mornings. But then in other places it might be a bit different, so we change. But while we're here, and it's winter as well, so that's a bit different. So while we're here, a typical day might look like we'll ski in the mornings as a family. And then over lunch, and then after lunch until while Jamie goes to work, I'll do a little bit with the kids. Like, we'll do some maths or we'll do some English. I quite like doing art and things like that with them. And then in the afternoons, like the later afternoons, we usually like hang out with friends or they might go and do, like, there's a yoga class here that they might go to, or, yeah, it's a bit more social time. So, yeah, that's a very
amazing.
typical day.
Great, amazing.
Doesn't always work like that. But
It doesn't work like that always.
not always.
Well, I think this is normal. Like, it's normal school days are also not the perfect
No.
every day.
No.
Okay. And how about when your kids wants to go to university at some point, or any academic degree? Like, how is that working with World Schooling?
So, especially if we stay residents of the UK, we're really lucky that you can. So at the end of high school, you do GCSE, which is what helps you get into higher education, and then you'll do A levels, and then after that becomes a degree. You go to university, and so if they were to follow the proper age groups and the same paths as their peers, then, and they wanted to do them, they wanted to do GCSEs, then we can pay for them to go and do them in a centre or in another school or something in the UK. And what we probably do is get a tutor to help them get through the exams. And then maybe for A levels, maybe for A levels they go to college or something like that, and then university. But then I think now a lot of universities are enjoying seeing people with more skills than just their their education, their exam results, like knowing that people can, they've got experience doing this, or they've done these things in a community and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've talked to a mom who had like 2 teenager girls from the Netherlands living in Portugal. They do World Schooling as well, and the teenagers, they were so confident. I loved it so much. And they were like, yeah, university nowadays, they actually prefer World Schooling students because they know what they can and can't. They know what they want. That's actually most important. They know what they want because they have the freedom to discover everything and check it out. And they know how to study. And I was like, yeah, that makes all sense. And they are joining a World Schooling school, like an official one, which is online to find. I think they pay like $1,000 per year, and then afterwards they get like a certification, and then they can apply to a regular university.
It's so good. Yeah, I think for us, our main thing has been we want to open more doors for our kids, not close them. And so just letting them experience everything. And I always think as well, like the jobs that they're probably going to have probably don't even exist now.
That's a good point, yeah.
Yeah. So like the job that Jamie does, my husband, like that didn't exist when he was at school. He couldn't have got an education for that job. But yeah, so I'm very wary of that as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, and knowing your kids, I mean, they are playing with my son, they are playing with other kids, they are talking to adults, and they are so confident. And your daughter is reading out loud stories for my son. And okay, my son just interrupted us by turning off the camera. But I think you delivered like a really cool points, which are very helpful for people. Bodhi, we don't want to show your face on YouTube as yeah, so please don't sit in front of the camera. Come here. So yeah, thank you so much for talking about World Schooling. It's very inspiring and definitely something that me and Adam are considering. Oh, actually, now we definitely do it with our son.
Yeah, it's a good time.